El Salvador makes bank. We may see 42K live. Saylor pockets $2 billion in profit. Max Kaiser's talking about 100K. God candle and 220K in play. Satoshi thinks Bitcoin shall flip gold this cycle. Bitcoin is now the 13th largest world currency, and we have an adult in the room talking about this cycle now. So if we flip over 41,906. There's got to be a 69 in there somewhere. Hey, what a beautiful, glorious day. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has broken 42,000. We'll jump into the charts. Why is Bitcoin going harder? Here's a clue. US national debt, 33 points going up. It's probably already $34 trillion. Money printer goes burr. They're about to heat things up early next year. We have been talking about the rate pause, but Max Kaiser, the God candle, 100K uptick in Bitcoin is in play. It will shift the global access of wealth and power in one tick. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the cycle now where it's tick-tock next block. Have you been stacking? Have you been stacking and chilling? Because time is running out if you want to get to that one full Bitcoin. Me, personally, the banks are holding my funds. I am still stacking. I'll continue to keep stacking. You do you. I'll do me. Study Bitcoin. But Max Kaiser, what a guy, hey? And Alejandra, after 2 years, El Salvador Bitcoin holdings are now in the green. Well done to El Salvador. They have diamond hands, those big steel balls that are unbreakable. All Bitcoiners, including Bekele, knew from the beginning that this day would come. Things are about to get very, very, very interesting. Absolutely fantastic. And that was nothing there. TikTok, next block. We are at block height 819,774. Local time 5:42. I started at 5:44 now. I started at 5:42 because we are going to see 42K in play today. 41,871 at the moment. Sats, oh my God, does that not make you cry or what? We are looking now at 2,389. Yesterday morning is at 2,500 something. Then yesterday afternoon it went down to 2,400 something. Now we're looking at 2,389. The dollar is going down, but so are the sats, so act accordingly. You do you, I'll do me. My prediction is that'll be close to 2,000 or under at Christmas time. Bekele, El Salvador's Bitcoin investments are in the black. Well done, absolutely well done. What a hero. After literally thousands of articles and hit pieces that ridiculed our supposed losses, all of which were calculated based on Bitcoin's market price at the time, not the underlying value of it. With the current Bitcoin market price, if we were to sell our Bitcoin, we'd not only recover 100% of our investment, but also make a profit of $3.62 million as of this moment. Of course, we have no intention of selling because they've got those big steel balls. That has never been our objective. We are fully aware that the price will continue to fluctuate. That's something to keep in mind there in the future. This doesn't affect our long-term strategy. Are we going to get a cool pullback? We'll jump into that shortly. Nonetheless, it is important that the naysayers and the authors of those hit pieces take back their statements. The responsible thing to do would be for them to issue retractions, offer apologies, or at the very least acknowledge that El Salvador is now yielding a profit just as they repeatedly reported that we were incurring losses. If they consider themselves true journalists, they should report this new reality with the same intensity they reported the previous one. We'll see. Stay tuned. What's your prediction? 100% they won't. 99% certain that they won't. Maybe one or two do. There's no way. There is just no way. It's all propaganda, and we're going to dive into some crazy propaganda. If you're not prepared, if you live in the UK, something you really need to see happening everywhere around the world. Good morning to everyone in the chat. Bloody legends. Humble the like button. Hit subscribe if we vibe. The news with the fast facts. Adam back. Digital gold, Bitcoin will surely flip physical gold sooner or later, and probably this halving cycle. So within a year or two. Currently I'd take 700K Bitcoin, but it may partially substitute. Some people start selling gold to buy Bitcoin. I believe a lot of people are going to start buying gold, start selling gold. People will continue to buy gold, there's no doubt. I believe there'll be more outflows of gold into Bitcoin crossing the market caps below that. Pretty interesting, hey, from the man himself, Adam Back. Game theory begins. Max Kaiser, I have one word for you. 100K Bitcoin God Candle fans. Qatar, the rumors are getting very loud on this. He keeps dropping little nuggets. Who has Max been talking to? I would like to know. Just really quickly, if you need an incentive to have a self-managed super fund, that's your retirement account, anywhere around the world, there are probably options to be able to use your retirement to be able to get Bitcoin. If you haven't made that stack, consult a professional, the Bitcoin advisor, the Bitcoin way, whoever it is, talk to somebody, because what's happening in Australia, the Albanese government is looking to maximise the retirement phase of superannuation by working with super funds to deliver a better retirement for more Australians. My piece in today's financial review. Super must deliver its retirement. Wow. Speechless. Prepare, act, self-custody, cold storage, put it on steel. As always, ladies and gentlemen, do not store generational wealth on paper. That is absolutely crazy. Don't be that person. You've worked hard. You've got here. It's $11. Otherwise, the Rolls-Royce Sea-Doo is in the description. There, Max Kaiser, Peter Schiff, watching gold dump this morning while Bitcoin reaches 42K. I pitched him to buy Bitcoin at $1, then again at 10 and 100. I pitched Taleb to buy Bitcoin at $10 when we met in Paris in 2012. Crazy, hey? Now, Max Kaiser's been very consistent since 2011, and Stacey Herbert, I wonder why they don't have the same name, and I wonder if they're married or, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I don't keep up on gossip, but anyway, these two are just two fascinating, beautiful people. Mad as a cut snake. Especially Max, mad as a cut snake. Talking about snakes, walking the dog. Side note, just really quickly, walking the dogs yesterday, having a cigar after the live stream, walking along, and I sort of saw this thing out of the corner of my eye, and I looked, and there's this snake head about that big. The snake was probably about that round that had come out of this rock block and gone at me, and it had turned around back in itself and it was going back in there. Crazy stuff after a monumental day. Anyway, yes, Max is as mad as a cut snake. El Salvador, Stacey, Bitcoin holdings are in the green. Not only this, making Bitcoin legal tender gave El Salvador billions of dollars of free marketing as the global press could not stop talking about us, thus setting in motion the greatest rebrand in history. 2020, few people in the world have even heard El Salvador. Now everyone knows our name. With all media eyes on us, Bukele used this spotlight to promote El Salvador to the world. Bukele, past 2 years, secured the blessing of economic liberty by eradicating the gangs that had plagued the country for decades. The power of a Bitcoin standard. Bitcoin. It is hope. It is money for the people. No institutions, companies, private entities can get in the way of you and your Bitcoin if you do it right. Keep that one in mind, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get into some bullish stuff in a second. This is already bullish. The bear market in Bitcoin also allowed us time to build. We now have the best education programs in the world, including My First Bitcoin and Kubo Plus. We have the Bitcoin Office SV securing our first mover advantage. We have the best known Bitcoin advisor, including Kaiser Safety, and a big announcement coming in February to add to the excellence in February. What the hell? And we have some surprises coming real soon. Absolutely insane. Bitcoin market cap compared to them, one of major currencies. Number 13, baby. How lucky is that? How amazing is that? Bitcoin is absolutely unstoppable, and it's just ticking up. Also, in that regard, I believe I reposted on Twitter. I'll see if I can bring it up in a second for everyone. And what it was is now Bitcoin is the world's 9th most valuable asset, which is absolutely incredible there. But regardless, Bitcoin, the 3rd largest currency in the world, about to take out South Korea and then Australia and then Canada. It's just going to keep moving up. We are going to talk about what Natalie Brunell has to say. May end up sitting at number 2 or 3. It really depends on what happens there. Obviously, M1 money supply fluctuates. 220 in K, play. baby. It says Bitcoin, not baby. I've had this high target for 3 years because on any given day, we'll see 100K God candle. Just in Bitcoin up $2,000 in 24 hours, above 41,000 for the first time since April 2022. How crazy was yesterday, hey? 39, 40, 41, 42,000 all in one day. Glorious, magical day. And I want to talk about that. How to get your mindset right to be able to prepare because things are getting hectic. We are going to see $10,000, $20,000 candles. Do we see a 100K God candle? Me, personally, I doubt it. I wouldn't be expecting that. That's insane. If it happens, it happens. If something with Qatar happens and then the game theory really does begin, definitely possible, probable. At this stage, I'm not certain, but $10,000, $20,000 days, it's getting pretty exciting. But Kelly never wavered. He never panic sold. Neither should you. FUD, FOMO, relax, chill, stack. While all the FUD was being thrown at him, he kept stacking like an OG, an oligarch, or an original gangster. Bukele is an original gangster with diamond hands. Now it's not only is El Salvador in profit on its Bitcoin holdings, but all of Wall Street is lined up to follow its lead. The reason I bring that up is because if you're here now, you are early. Well done. For me, as I said, continue to stack and chill usually. And let's just talk about the mindset because it's getting really frothy. Twitter's been hectic the last couple of days, yesterday, today, this morning. Red days are for buying. This week I'll be buying every day. But usually I just buy in the red days. I've already got the stack, the stretch stack, whatever it is. Anyway, red days are for buying because when we have these massive candles, like say yesterday, $2,000, that's nothing. When we drop $2,000, you buy a little bit and then you relax, you chill, and then you're happy when we get $10,000, $20,000 dips back down as well. And get a plan together. What are you doing long term? You're holding this for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, and how are you storing it? So the adult in the room, there's no way Bitcoin sustains a price above 1 million this coming cycle, unless the dollar collapses and 1 million represents significantly less value than it does now. The main reason is because at 1 mil, Bitcoin miners would be generating 450 mil in gross revenue per day and would be so profitable that any rational large holder of Bitcoin at that point would begin selling their stack to invest in miners. This would continue until the price came back down, hash rate caught back up. I've got another comment from Wicked to bring up. Wicked should be coming on Sunday, the US time, to talk about UTXO management. So if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter at SeanClark911. Good impetus to be able to subscribe today. 64% of you have not. Really gets the Bitcoin signal out there for everyone. I don't ask much. If you can today, truly grateful. Thank you very much. On with the show. Now, Wicked, here's my two opposite ends of the spectrum. Expected scenarios for the Bitcoin price action this coming cycle. A, Bitcoin breaks its all-time high within the next 2 years, but fails to go above 100K this cycle because we enter a global recession, depression. We're already in a recession, or we were. Depression, very possible. But anyway, I'll read Wicked's comments and then talk my thoughts. The bear market in this case would be more of a crab, small retracement than as opposed to the typical 80% drop in my opinion. Okay, that all makes sense. If that happened, maybe we go sideways. I'd say it'd still be above 100K. And take that with a grain of salt. Nobody knows the price short term. Bitcoin pumps to 1 mil per coin within the next 2 years and then has a severe bear market dumping 90%. I think B is more likely. Do we see $1 million per coin? Adam Back seems to think so, 750 to a mil. Either of those, and with Wall Street coming in, it is going to get hectic. Qatar, if something happens there as well, pretty surprising. Either of those scenarios or anything in between wouldn't surprise me. What would surprise me would be if Bitcoin did not break its all-time high this cycle, or if Bitcoin pumped to something absolutely ridiculous like 10 million. What are your thoughts? Does Bitcoin break the old all-time high before? I reckon it breaks it very, very close to the ETF, probably just after. I don't think it happens through the Santa Claus rally. My opinion is we most likely will, if they keep rates down, get a Santa Claus rally, strap on tight. But just remember to stack and chill. That's all you need to do. Have a game plan. This is a long-term, the world's hardest asset. It's a long-term investment. 69, power of the universe. Didn't see it in the charts today, so I brought it up right here. This lady is absolutely incredible. How about we come back to that? I've still got a lot to get through. This 96-year-old lady gave it back to the bank. So hardcore, absolutely amazing. Their market cap 1.6 trill, up 3.3% last 24 hours. 1.6 trillion. Remember when we were really struggling to get above 1.5? And look at us now, 41,729. In the last 24 hours, we did see a high of 42,155. Pretty incredible, hey? And a low, so 39,484. Nearly a $3,000 day to 42,000. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Yesterday, it just went on an absolute rip, and from 36,800 to 42K. In the last week, Bitcoin over a long enough period does go up and to the right. It is a game about just stacking and chilling. Even if you were to buy dollar cost average at the all-time high, same amount consistently, I believe you'd be in a 50% profit 2 days. So well done. Michael Saylor, Bitcoin bet profits, top 2 bill. Michael's MicroStrategy held nearly 175,000 Bitcoins in its treasury as of the end of November. Michael Saylor is still buying. He's raising $750 million in debt to be able to buy more Bitcoin. Pretty crazy, hey? What a guy. Business intelligence company MicroStrategy earlier on Monday was sitting on more than $2 billion profit on its massive holdings of Bitcoin following the crypto's rally above 42K, led by the CEO and now executive chairman Michael Saylor. MicroStrategy began purchasing Bitcoin August 2020. What a madman, hey? I've been stacking since 2019. He's been here since August 2020, considerably later. And his holdings, the conviction of the man, obviously just a little bit bigger. What he has done, he's held 174,530 Bitcoin acquired for 5.28 billion, or an average price of 30,252. And Michael keeps saying he will continue to buy the top. Bitcoin is not saying, oh my God, ads. They just play with things. They play with your mind. They're a mind virus. Anyway, Bitcoin has not seen such a high level since April 22, or before the crash of the Terra ecosystem. At its lowest during the bear market at 22, Bitcoin had pulled back to under 16K. Stacking then, I'm stacking today. I do miss those days. I'd be happy for a big and down red candle. I actually prefer the red days over the green days, but they're all fun. It's absolutely amazing. And that's because of my mindset. At the start, I didn't like that. Putting MicroStrategy's bet deep in the red. Saylor, however, continued to add to the company's holding, funding purchases with a mixture of debt and equity issuance. And now they're $2 billion, baby. I'll jump into the comments in the section. There is a lot of people, whoever's shilling shit on this channel. I don't want to swear. Piss off. Get out of here. It's Bitcoin only. There is no second best. Don't waste your time. Don't implant mind viruses in the people that are here today. Life is hard enough. Bitcoin is hope, Bitcoin is freedom, and you're here shilling crap? The name of it even, bloody hell. Piss off, mate. Sorry, guys. Investment giant, and I can't delete it with this chat thing here I am doing. Is there any way to, I can't block it. Excuse my block user on YouTube. There we go. Get out of here. Investment giant Franklin Templeton CEO holds Bitcoin, Ether, and other tokens in her portfolio. Jenny Johnson added she believes a spot Bitcoin ETF fund will be a better way of gaining Bitcoin exposure as opposed to direct investment. So the propaganda starts, it's better. They are saying, them, those evil people, Jenny Johnson. Not saying Jenny Johnson's evil, but maybe. It's better to hold the ETF than holding Bitcoin. It's not. Hold real Bitcoin, take it into self-custody, get it off the exchange. Please, if you're not already convinced, this Bitcoin evangelism, read the book, first link in the description. Brian, thank you very much for writing the book, for sponsoring today's show. It's such a good book. Get it for Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I've asked you to do something else because read the books or eat the bugs. Anyway, this lady, I like, oh yes, this is great. Franklin Templeton, CEO, holds Bitcoin, and then you read the article. Overall holdings are small for our overall portfolio. They're all standard. This is crazy. Even the wording, they're all standard. Ethereum, a little Bitcoin, SushiSwap, Uniswap. She got one right out of four. I have a couple of different things like that. She said, Johnson has spoken bullishly about the prospect of blockchain technology, and distributed in the financial system, but referred to Bitcoin as a distraction from this. Interesting, hey? Absolutely interesting. I can tell you, if Bitcoin ever became so big that it became a threat to the US dollar as the reserve currency, the US would limit the use of Bitcoin, she said at CoinDesk Consensus Festival in April this year. Currencies are very important for governments to manage their economies, to control the people. Who controls the money controls the world. But Natalie Brunel, to quote her, does Bitcoin threaten the dollar? It's probably a better, more level-headed way to be able to see things. Bitcoin does not threaten or replace the dollar in the same way that gold doesn't threaten or replace or threaten the dollar, and real estate doesn't threaten the dollar. It's digital property that I really view as a supercharger that you plug your dollars into because your dollars are losing purchasing power in this inflationary environment. And with Bitcoin, you are essentially filling them back up with monetary energy for the long run. Natalie Brunel, if you're new to the channel and you have hit subscribe recently, I do have a podcast with Natalie Brunel, Women in Bitcoin. Absolutely fantastic. What an amazing lady. Very highly credible. If you're not following her, everyone's following her. You should be following her, but it's a great interview as well. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. If you are in the UK or anywhere in the world that has a central bank, so anywhere, the UK lawmakers urged lower digital pound holding limits. They also want the government to tweak plans to make sure the CBDC's design won't preclude the possibility of paying interest on the digital pound. Among other things, they want lower than proposed limits for individual holdings and for the government to create a digital pound that can bear interest. The UK and European Union's proposals so far have stated that a central bank digital currency like cash should not. They don't want you to earn interest. Crazy. Opt out peacefully, Bitcoin. And if you're betting a bit against Bitcoin, this is crazy how it's highlighted everything. Anyway, if you're betting against Bitcoin, there's a mind virus there, truly. As it rose above $41,000, this was buoyed by $200 million in weekend short liquidations. The bears, those betting against Bitcoin, in the short term and the long term, are going to get wrecked. Overall market capitalization had risen 3% in the past 24 hours to reach level previously seen in April 2020. It is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening. I wouldn't be betting against Bitcoin. The trend is your friend, and we're here to stack and chill and look long term. People asking my price prediction. I'll jump into the comments very shortly. And if you can do us one more favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Now, this 96-year-old woman's note to a bank is priceless. Actual letter from her sent to a bank, 96-year-old woman. The bank manager posted in the New York Times, to who it may concern, I'm writing a thank you for bouncing my check with which I endeavored to pay my plumber last month. My calculations, 3 nanoseconds must have elapsed between his depositing the check and the arrival in my account of the funds needed to honor it. I refer, of course, to the automatic monthly transfer of funds from my modest savings account, an arrangement which I admit has only been in place only for 31 years. You are to be commended for seizing that brief window of opportunity, also for debiting my account $30 by way of penalty for the inconvenience caused to your bank. Listen to this. It gets insane. This is a 96-year-old woman, remember. And this is why you need to opt out. This is why Bitcoin becomes so important. And my bank's been holding funds since Friday. Hopefully they get released this afternoon. Absolutely crazy. And they are putting limits on how much you can transfer per month. So multiple bank accounts are needed. Now, my thankfulness springs from the manner in which this incident has caused me to think my errant financial ways. I noticed that whereas I personally attend to your telephone calls and letters, when I try to contact you, I'm confronted by the impersonal, overcharging, pre-recorded faceless entity which your bank has recently become. From now on, I, like you, chose only to deal with flesh and blood person. My mortgage and loan repayments will therefore and hereafter no longer be automatic, but will arrive at your bank by check, addressed personally and confidentially. This is crazy, to an employee at your bank whom you must nominate. Be aware that it is an offence under the Postal Act for any other person to open such an envelope. Please find and attach application contact status I require your chosen employee to complete. I'm sorry it runs to 8 pages. In order that I know as much about him or her as your bank knows about me, there is no alternative. Please note that all copies of his or her medical history must be countersigned by a notary public, and the mandatory details of his/her financial situation, income, debts, assets, and liabilities must be accompanied by documented proof in due course. I will issue your employee with a PIN number which he/she must quote in dealings with me. I regret that it cannot be shorter than 28 digits, but again, I've modeled it on the number of button presses required of me to access my account's balance on your phone bank service. As they say, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I will repost the rest there. She goes on about what buttons and stuff that they need to push there, which is pretty hilarious, talking about if she's on the toilet, in the living room, in the bedroom. To make a general complaint or inquiry, the contact will then be put on hold pending the attention of my automated answering service. While this may on occasion involve a lengthy wait, uplifting music will play for the duration of the call. Regrettably, but again following your example, I must also levy an establishment fee of $50 to cover my setting up of this new arrangement. Please credit my account after each occasion. May I wish you a happy, if ever so slightly less prosperous, new year. Your humble client. Yes, this lady, if she was born a little bit earlier, would have been a Bitcoiner. Well done to you. Amazing. But it's a great reason to realize the banks are not your friend. Bitcoin is true hope, salvation. Keep that in mind going forward. Study Bitcoin, read the books. Bitcoin evangelism's a great place to start. Now, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens in the chat, how are you this morning? Hey man, how goes? Absolutely terrific. 6:09 a.m. 69. How could it be any better? The future for Bitcoin looks brighter than ever. Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of FOMO, a lot of FUD. Stack, chill, follow your game plan, ladies and gentlemen. Easy as that. G'day, Bitcoiners. G'day, Austin. Amped Bitcoin. It's funny, I saw the sign and went for a walk this morning, and somebody had a sign on their van, amp it up. So it's funny that you say that. Well, it's funny that you're in the chat here. You need a new bank. My bank used to be instant to the exchange, but now they hold it up to 24 hours. Commonwealth Bank using OSCO. Yeah, I know. They do hold it, and sometimes longer. Good morning, mate. Qatar and been buying. I'm not sure if they've been buying, but Max Kaiser definitely sounds like he's been talking to him. I'm selling my house and moving to an apartment so I can free up about 100K in equity. I've already borrowed as much as I could 3 years ago to buy as much Bitcoin as I could. Austin, you obviously know what the hell you're doing. Everyone, don't leverage against Bitcoin. Austin's maybe playing a different game. It depends. Different strokes for different folks. If you understand what is happening and you do read the books, Bitcoin Evangelism, there you go, Brian. It's in the chat. He hates it when I read the ads, but it's such a good book. Anyway, I make up my own ads. It's just such a good book. Be careful on leverage, and anything that's offering yield this year, stay away from it. Morning from Brizzy. Good morning, Jason. I will be in Brisbane in this month, but I'll be busy. Unfortunately, can't catch up. Be nice to go out for a steak or a cup of tea. G'day, G Orange Day. I love it. G-O-D. Wow. Great outdoors. G Orange Day. It's a great orange day. Luke, CNNZ in March. Sounds good, brother. I finally subscribed after being a creepy voyeur. If you are being a creepy voyeur in the chat, say hello, say g'day, push the like and the share button. Charlie, good to see you this morning. Up nice and early, hey. Greetings from Jim, trying to get to 1 Bitcoin and get my wife and 7 children out of the system. Keep up the good work. Ever make it to the USA, Midwest, Wisconsin area, I'll buy you lunch, brother. Sounds absolutely perfect. We'll be back in the States maybe next year or early 2025. who knows what's possible. Love the place. Clearly, I love the place. I want to be rich. Well done. Keep it up. You will get there. At I want to be rich. G'day, Bitcoin holders. Neil, good morning. Sean, just for fun, what's your price prediction 31st December this year? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't put out price predictions. I feel it's irresponsible. I believe it's going to be somewhere around where it is now or higher. My prediction is if they keep rates low, they pause, we're going to have the Santa Claus rally. I know that's not the answer you want to hear. Everything else is just Bitcoin porn, P-A-W-N. No, you understand what I'm saying? It'll be what it'll be. In the meantime, hopefully it's lower for longer. Continue to stack to be able to chill. I don't think it's going to stay down for very long. Sorry, Mr. Android. Jason Mercer, morning legend, bloody hell, seeing you in the chats. That guy, shilling, crap, that just made me so angry. It's a mind virus, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, good morning. Your executive producer reporting for duty, good sir. We will be in contact later on today, Mike. What a good man. Kaiser and the machine of creation. Hey, Sean, people are waking up slowly, waiting for the corporate move. Have a great day, mate. You too. Kaiser, is that you, Max? No, I'm kidding. Brendan, amazing. Good riddance. Oh, absolutely crazy. Bitcoin the king. Great call, Sean. We all respect that call out. Morning, mate. Into the forest. Up nice and early again. Obviously refreshed from yesterday by the sounds of it. Bitcoin's the only thing. Everything else wastes 100%. Got my titanium plates today. Well done. Fix the money. Fix the world. I should have put that shirt on this morning, but it's still hope. Don't block him. Let him stay. I cannot stand the mind viruses. It's not good for me. I don't know. You do you, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably not good for you either. And my belief, strongly I believe that it is not good for you. What will you use to imprint the letters with? Titanium's very, 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 very hard. I've broken two wedding rings onto the third. It had to be titanium. Titanium is one of the strongest metals on Earth. I'd be interested as, well, letter punches, they may do it, but it's going to have to be held firm. You're going to need to hit it multiple times. I know, but what method you're using to imprint the letters, they will bite, and when they do, they will feel something different this time. Here's a different book, better one too. I'm not sure which one that is they will bite. In regards to books, Brian Dement, the author of Bitcoin Evangelism, is bringing out a second book as well. Natalie is great. Absolutely correct. It's coming back out. I got you. It's a kit, and I think it isn't too thick that it can be punched like you would with steel. I'd say so as well. Hopefully it's got something to be able to hold it firmly in place there because you're going to have to hit it multiple times. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. Do not let anyone know where it stores it. Obviously, do not store it at your home. That would be insanity. I was about to say insidious. I don't know. Both those words are interchangeable, I guess. Bitcoin is now the 10th largest asset market cap, just past Berkshire Hathaway. I believe it's the 9th now. Why can I not go to... I'll see if I can bring up my profile while this comes. I reposted something here 5 hours ago. Most valuable company. Let's flick over. Oliver, didn't I tell you Bitcoin would take out Matter this morning? Bitcoin is now the 9th most valuable asset in the world. Maybe it needs to push back above 42,000 for that to still be correct. 9, number 10, 13th largest world currency. Absolutely fantastic. It is legal tender. It is a world currency now because El Salvador made it legal tender, a global currency. How crazy is that? They sell those steel letter punches. Prediction 1 sat per dollar. I wonder if that's by Christmas. They are dropping. My prediction is it's going to be 2,000 or under, and it's dropping very rapidly. 2,391 at the minute. I'm not ever letting him back in. No way. Absolutely no way. Sorry, guys, ladies and gentlemen. If go after this, go watch another channel that talks about crypto if you need a fix, a mind virus thing. Sean, mate, reporting for duty. That's nothing compared to where they want to go. She went hard, had a steak in the boat shed last night. Absolutely awesome. Sounds bloody good to me. I need to have one for lunch. if I don't have them like every 2 days, I feel like it's been absolutely ages. Anyway, that's me. And, you know, I've gone through like all the diets, keto, paleo, vegetarian, vegan, steak works for me. You do you. I just play by the rules that I play. I'll call you today, brother. Sounds good. Mercer, living extra. Good night. Gone. It's a pleasure. Mercer, you being in the chat, mate, you should have gotten rid of him before I had to. What is going on? Mattel Qatar Fund of 500 bill could really be a game changer. 2 million Bitcoin right now is around 75 billion USD. How would this affect the market cap? It'd be absolutely insane. We'll need to look into that, look at the multiplier effect there. I can do a video. I'll unpack that. That's a really good comment. How's the back? Ripping deadlifts yet? No, I can't lift anything over 10 kilos at the moment. Still keeping up with the physio. It's been good. It's been interesting. My back's probably stronger now than what it was before, but I'm not stronger than I was. I've gone back. I've regressed. Still got the top 4 abs, not the lower 2. So it's just been one of those journeys, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess that's a good message. Look after your back, because when you get your wealth in order, and if you're here on a sound money strategy, you understand that, and you're going to be really well. Hold as much Bitcoin as whatever works for you after you study it, of course, as that says below. But once you get your health and once you get your wealth in order, please look after your health. It is the most important thing you can do. Otherwise, you know, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, they don't look good. They don't look healthy. Yes, Munger lived to 96 years old, but what type of life did he live? A life of slothfulness and greed? Don't be that person. Just be the fittest that you can be. I understand what pain's like. If you're not in a sound money standard, the pain's going to be incredibly intense. If you're not in a health money standard, yeah, I think that works out. Pay attention to it, because when your back goes or something, it can ruin your life. There's 2 weeks of my life in the last 3 months that I do not remember due to my back. It was pretty bad. Sick with the physio, bro. You will get there. And it's been good. I'm improving, I'm moving and stuff. So it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. 619, there is 69. Get out of here. Have a very beautiful day. Be blessed. Peace.